It's been a while since I've done one of these. I forgot how uncomfortable these chairs are. So, yeah. I've been meaning to make this specific video for a while, but I got held up with other things. Let's talk about Will van Spronsen, or Spronsen. The person who attacked the ice facility a couple weeks ago. Last week? I'm not so good with dates. So what happened is, in Washington, was it Seattle? I want to say it was Seattle. There was a rally at an ICE detention center. Or something like... You know what, I'm going to skip all that because, one, I didn't actually read about those parts. Well, I did, but those aren't the parts that I deliberately tried to retain. And two, that's not the point that I'm going to make. There was a person, Will van Spronsen, who decided to stop what ICE was doing. Kind of. And I use the phrase kind of very specifically. He went there to die. What he did was not an act of defiance, it was suicide. And he knew it. I don't say suicide as in it was a suicide mission. No, he went there to get himself killed. And he did. And that's terrible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not it's not just terrible because someone died. The more concerning thing for me, the thing that's been rolling around in my head, is that more people are going to be inspired to perform these lone wolf acts of violence. More people on the far left. More people like me, I guess. Not that I would do something like that. And I wouldn't do something like that for a very specific reason. Because it doesn't work. The people who we're opposing, the capitalists, they want us to believe that we're only working by ourselves. They want us to believe that we are individuals in all of this, that we're fighting the capitalist system alone, that it's only us that can save all the things, the world from climate change, the country from Donald Trump, the fucking migrant children from the barbarity that's happening at the border. And they want us to do this, specifically so that we go against them alone. Because we're weaker when we're alone. And we're stronger when we're together. That's basic praxis. That's how mutual aid works. That's a fundamental aspect of how leftist theory works. That's the biggest thing that differentiates leftist theory from the far right, is that we work together and they don't. We believe in community, they believe in individuality. And, you know, even more than that, his life was worth more than that. His life was worth more than getting shot in the back by a bunch of fucking cops. And if you're watching this, your life is worth more than getting shot in the back by a couple of cops. I want to make it clear that I'm not defending ICE. I'm not saying that you shouldn't stand up to the fucking fascists. Fuck ICE. I'd go so far as to say that any sort of violence against the Immigrations and Customs Center, or even the Border Patrol, is entirely justified. But not like that. Don't don't kill yourself doing it. There are other ways. There are better ways. There are fucking... You know why ICE hasn't come to Springfield? Because they know that we'll kick them right the fuck out. Get together with your community. Make plans for what you're going to do when ICE comes to your fucking city. There are people in Springfield who have plans. I don't know who they are. I deliberately dissociated myself from those people when I started making videos, just in case the police started questioning me about it. But I know they're there. And no one person is going to be able to defeat these overwhelming systems that we have. Every one of us that dies, every one of us that gets killed by the bad guys, that's a victory for them. That's why they go out and kill people, because that's what winning means to them. We shouldn't be leaping into the arms of a meat grinder. That's bad praxis, and that's bad for the movement. And your life is worth... I can't stress this enough. Your life is worth more than that. I just really needed to get that out. I've needed to get that out all week. Well then, Spronsen, rest in power. I don't agree with what you did. Well, that's not even true. I don't agree with you committing suicide to try to send a message. But I understand why you felt the need. And if you feel inspired, go out. Go out and talk to people. There are going to be people in your community, people in your town, in your county, in your state, who want to fight back. All you need to do is find them. I promise they're there. You don't have to do this alone. No one's going to help us if we don't help ourselves. Yeah. That's all that I had to say about that, really. I'm going to do another one of these probably tomorrow. That one's going to be about my thoughts on the newest YouTube demonetization, censorship stuff. I think there's a lot of stuff that people aren't actually talking about, or things that people are misunderstanding. So yeah. Until we get there, please take care of yourself, because your life is important.